Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Uzma Jaffrey. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Thursday, the 15th of March. Policeman guarding politician wounded after militants opened fire in India's Jammu and Kashmir. At least 9 killed in suicide bomb blast in Pakistan's Lahore city. And U.S. looks to protect Kabul against Taliban bombing, says top commander in Afghanistan. And now for all the details. A politician in India's Jammu and Kashmir province escaped unhurt on Thursday after militants opened fire on him while his personal security officer was injured in the incident. A cordon and search operation was immediately launched by security forces to nab the attackers till the last reports in.
Militants opened fire at an Indian politician, Anwar Khan, on Thursday, wounding his personal security officer who was guarding him in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province. The incident took place in Khanmo area of Pulwama district, during which the gunman tried to snatch the rifle from Khan's guards, who retaliated and foiled the attempt. The gunman then fled from the spot, injuring one of the policemen. Political leader Khan escaped unhurt in the attack. Security forces immediately cordoned off the area and launched search operations to nab the attackers. A gunfight was reportedly underway till the last reports came in. India accuses Pakistan of training and arming militants and helping them infiltrate across the de facto border that divides Kashmir. Pakistan denies the allegations.
India's Interior Minister Rajnath Singh said on Wednesday that social media has posed a serious challenge to law enforcement agencies worldwide, and the major areas of concern include terrorism. He made the remarks while addressing the Asia Pacific Regional Conference of the International Association of Chiefs of Police in New Delhi.
Social media has posed a serious challenge to law enforcement agencies in the area of concerns, including terrorism, financial frauds and victimization of women and children, India's Interior Minister Rajnath Singh said on Wednesday. He made the remarks during the inauguration of the two-day Asia Pacific Regional Conference of the International Association of Chiefs of Police, or IACP, in New Delhi. He said serious crime develops because the police and citizens do not work together to prevent decay of social norms and social disorder. He also said radicalization through internet is another matter of huge concern.
Social media has also posed serious challenge to policing. The three main issues are: first, law and order; second, cybercrime; third, terrorism.
The two-day conference mainly focused on holding discussions about the growing interest of various terrorist or organized groups in exploiting the cyberspace for various heinous crimes and nefarious designs.
Thank you, sir. In news from Pakistan, at least 9 persons, including 5 police personnel, were killed on Wednesday evening in a suicide bomb blast in Pakistan's Lahore city. Militant group Taliban claimed responsibility for the attack.
A suicide bomb blast claimed by the Taliban ripped through a police checkpoint on the outskirts of the Pakistani city of Lahore on Wednesday, killing at least 9 people and wounding several. The victims in the attack, which happened in Rawand area near Lahore, included at least 5 police personnel and 4 civilians, officials said. A case has been registered and further investigation is underway.
अभी तक जो हमने सारा असेसमेंट की है उसमें हमारे पास 9 जो हैं वो डेथ्स हैं अनफॉर्चुनेट, जिसमें से 5 जो है शहादतें पुलिस की हैं, बाकी 4 सिविल शहीद हुए हैं जी हमारे पास, और हमारे पास तकरीबन 24-25 के करीब हमारे पास इंजर्ड हैं मुख्तलिफ हॉस्पिटल.
Deputy Inspector General of Police Haider Ashraf said the bomb exploded when the police personnel were changing guards at the checkpoint just outside an annual religious congregation in Rawand, where nearly 80,000 people were in attendance.
Moving on. The World Sindhi Congress or WSC on Wednesday highlighted the issue of gross human rights violations against Sindhi people by the Pakistan forces at the ongoing session of UNHRC in Geneva. A WSC activist said people who raise their voice are subjected to torture, killings and enforced disappearances by the Pakistani army and intelligence agencies in Sindh.
The World Sindhi Congress or WSC on Wednesday raised the issue of human rights violations against Sindhi people by the Pakistan establishment at the ongoing session of United Nations Human Rights Council or UNHRC in Geneva. WSC activist Dr. Hidayat Bhutto highlighted the issue of enforced disappearances, extrajudicial killings and targeted killings of political activists and Sindhi people by Pakistani authorities. He urged the Council to press upon Pakistan to stop atrocities against Sindhi people and asked them to stop the forced implementation of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor or CPEC project.
The Pakistani establishment is ruthlessly crushing any voice and struggle of Sindhi people against unsustainable anti-environment, anti-people project China-Pak Economic Corridor CPEC. In 2017 alone, hundreds of Sindhi political activists, journalists has been abducted by Pakistani security agencies.
Sindhi activists have long blamed Pakistani forces for religious fundamentalism and enforced disappearances of innocent people in Sindh. They blame Islamabad for radicalizing the secular Sindhi society by establishing a wide web of religious schools patronized by the Pakistani military, economic exploitation and political subjugation of Sindh.
In news from Afghanistan, once seen as relatively secure, the sprawling Afghan capital of Kabul is becoming the main focus of an intensified US-backed battle against the terror group Taliban this year. The Afghan capital has witnessed a series of high-profile attacks which exposed major gaps in security in the past year.
Top US commander in Afghanistan, General John Nicholson, on Wednesday said Kabul is the main focus of his military. The remark by the US commander comes at a time when Afghan capital Kabul has witnessed a series of high-profile attacks in the city, mostly claimed by terror group Taliban in the recent past. The remark is also a reminder that while US and Afghan officials speak with growing confidence about the prospects of peace talks with Taliban, the military is also making long-term preparations for an extended conflict, including in the capital.
So Kabul is our main effort right now. Kabul is our main effort to harden Kabul, to protect the people of Kabul and the international community that are here because of the strategic impact that has and the importance to the campaign.
In the past year, insurgents have staged massive bombings in the Afghan capital, including one in January that killed more than 100 people and another in May 2017 near the Jammu embassy. No group claimed the May 2017 attack, but Afghan and US officials blamed the Haqqani network, a violent militant group affiliated to the Taliban. The Taliban claimed the second attack, but many officials say it bore the hallmarks of the Haqqanis, who the United States says enjoys safe haven in neighboring Pakistan.
Moving on to news from Nepal. Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli on Thursday said the constitution could be amended on the basis of necessity and rationale. The issue of constitution amendment in Nepal has remained on table for long and even dominated the second meeting of the new federal parliament last week.
Nepalese Premier KP Sharma Oli on Thursday said the constitution could be amended on the basis of necessity and rationale. While addressing a small gathering hosted by the Premier for lawmakers of the federal parliament and provincial assemblies, Oli said the constitution would be amended as per the need of the time. Oli, however, made it clear that the statute could not be amended if it harmed the country and impacted on sovereignty. The remark by the Premier comes a week after the second meeting of the Federal Parliament of Nepal, which was dominated by the issue of constitution amendment that has remained on table for long. Madhya-based Rashtriya Janata Party Nepal or RJPN said constitution amendment is its baseline for the participation in the government. Party leaders showed willingness to come on board if something concrete came from the ruling left alliance.
A village in India's northwestern Rajasthan province has devised its own brand of ecofeminism, under which it is mandatory for families to plant 111 saplings every time a daughter is born in their homes. The initiative has also helped in generating employment and conserve the native species of birds.
Plantri village in India's northwestern Rajasthan province has devised its own brand of ecofeminism, under which it is mandatory for families to plant 111 saplings every time a daughter is born in their homes. Merely planting the saplings does not suffice. The villagers are also required to care for the trees like they would for their daughters.
हमने 111 पौधे, क्योंकि जमीनें बहुत बड़ी थी, पौधों की संख्या कम थी, लोगों को रोजगार देने की आवश्यकता थी और लोगों को प्राकृतिक आधारित रोजगार देने की आवश्यकता थी। यहाँ के पक्षियों को बचाने की जरूरत थी और यहाँ के पानी को बचाने की जरूरत थी। एक आधार बन गया, एक निमित्त बन गई मेरी बेटी कि उसके नाम पर वृक्षारोपण करना है।
The initiative has helped generate employment and conserve the native species of birds and water. According to government data, India has 943 females per 1,000 males.
The 19th Shillong International Trade Fair in India's northeastern Meghalaya province is attracting foreign participants and the youth. The 14-day event aims to promote entrepreneurs and artisans from across northeast India and has 44 participants from around the globe.
The 19th edition of the two-week-long International Shillong Trade Fair 2018 has been seeing a horde of visitors in India's northeastern Shillong city. The oldest trade fair in Meghalaya is the pioneer in inviting foreign participants to the province. The trade fair has been organized by Industries and Trade Fair Association of Assam with the support of provincial government of Meghalaya and the federal government.
So ultimately 44 participants have participate this year, and they are interacting with the foreign participants on regular basis. हर time इन लोगों का एक interaction होते रहता है. This year also they are interacting with participants from Thailand, from Netherlands. So in fact this is we as an organization think that this is our achievement.
और शिलोंग में ये मेरा 4th year है कि मैं आता जाता हूँ. यहाँ भी पब्लिक अच्छा है, डिमांड अच्छा है, लोग पसंद करता है ड्राई फ्रूट.
The 14th fair is attracting scores of visitors as it has 44 indigenous participants and also a great platform to generate employment opportunities and generate trade.
Ace Indian designers showcased their autumn-winter collection on the inaugural day of the 31st edition of Amazon India Fashion Week on Wednesday in New Delhi. Over 100 designers are expected to showcase their own brand of styling during the 5-day fashion show. Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on southasianewsline.com. You can also visit us on facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.